We're at 21 County. I'll be changing locations to 403 North Main. That's 403 North Main.
Shannon County to 121.
Today's video demonstrates tactics used by police officers to manipulate the truth of citizen interactions and circumvent the protections granted to all citizens by the Fourth Amendment. Let's dive right in and audit the interaction.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Deputy Stillman, Fannin County Sheriff's Department.
This video, posted on June 21st, shows Fannin County Sheriff's Deputy Stillman making contact with 23-year-old Joy Ekus in Bonham, Texas, in regards to a complaint about her escaped dogs. Miss Ekus's neighbor called in to report that her dogs had escaped and were being aggressive.
We got a complaint that you got some aggressive dogs.
We have an aggressive dog?
You have some aggressive dogs.
We have a pit puppy who has never bit anyone. She just has a very aggressive bark.
Okay.
She's 3 months old.
Okay. Why aren't they on their property?
Because they get out from the backyard and go underneath the house and get out and run around.
Okay. That's going to have to stop.
Okay, can you ask them if my dog bit them?
Today, no, but apparently I'm fixing to go talk to somebody. Apparently one of them bit on the back of the leg.
When?
I do not know that. I haven't talked to the man yet.
Okay.
But, is there any way I can see the dogs?
No, you can't come in my house. My parents are home.
At this point, Deputy Stillman is conducting what is known as a knock and talk investigation and has not collected any evidence to warrant entry into Miss Ekus's home. Knock and talk is a law enforcement tactic employed by police to make legitimate inquiries about criminal activities by knocking on people's doors and talking to them about the allegations. The procedure is ostensibly one of information seeking. Knock and talk requires balancing the intrusion of protected interests under the Fourth Amendment with the promotion of legitimate government interests, including those of officer safety. Miss Ekus intelligently denies the deputy entry into the home on the grounds that the actual homeowner is not present.
Okay. What's your name, ma'am?
Joy.
What's your last name?
Ekus.
Spell that for me.
E-A-C-H-U-S.
E-A-C-H-U-S?
Yes.
What's your date of birth, Joy?
It is difficult to say whether Deputy Stillman retains the right to identify Miss Ekus. Texas Health and Safety Code 822.012 prohibits dangerous dogs from running at large and out of the control of the owner. Because the dog in question has allegedly bitten someone in the past, it could be considered dangerous. By answering the door and identifying herself as the owner of the animal in question, it could be argued that Miss Ekus has essentially admitted to the commission of a Class C misdemeanor, which allows Deputy Stillman to acquire her identity.
Because I'm here because of your dogs. Do you have a driver's license?
No.
No driver's license? Okay. And this is 403?
Yeah.
Okay, Texas, David John 1, Roger 460, David John 1, Roger 460.
What's the phone number for you?
903-5.
Okay. Don't have to say that your dogs are responsible for any damages that's incurred. And because this is, I have to go back through the call notes, but apparently they've called on them several times.
Yeah, those people across the street have called on them once before.
Okay. Because they're saying they're aggressive, then you can be held criminally responsible.
Okay.
If they get out, bite somebody, or do damage.
Okay.
Okay? And if we continue to get calls, then SPCA will get involved. And that.
I'm going to put my baby down. Can you please go?
Do not turn around and run back inside like that.
I came to put my baby down.
Let me finish.
I came to put my baby down,
finish.
sir, and I came to put my baby down.
We continue to get
Do I need to
calls.
call my parents so you can talk to them?
I'm fixing to take you to jail.
For what?
Because you won't let me finish. You're interrupting
You
me.
can't take me to jail for not letting you talk. I'm not
Yes,
doing
you
anything
can.
wrong. For what?
Because I am here because of the dogs.
Okay, and I knew what you were here for, but I came to set my baby down.
No, you don't. You came in and slammed the door.
No, I came in to set my baby down and make sure
We
they don't
continue
get out
to
of the house.
we continue to get calls.
Stop.
Then
Go.
SPCA is going to come out and
Okay,
seize them.
thank you. Can I
and
get
you're
my
gonna
dog,
be,
please?
You're going to be charged for it.
Can I get my dog,
Do
please?
you completely understand
Yes,
what I'm saying?
I
There's not going to
understand
be.
you. I can hear
There's
what
not
you're
going to
saying.
be
I'm
any
not
surprises.
dumb. I can hear you. Can you
Okay.
please stop
There's
and
not
get
gonna
off
be,
my property?
There's not going to be any surprises
Can
in the
you
future.
please call Mom? Can you get off my property, please?
There's
Get
not gonna
off
be,
my property. You have no reason to be here and keep trying to harass me. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm trying to set my baby down and get my
121
dogs
count.
back. Can you call Mom, please? Excuse me, sir. Can you
Could you
please
go ahead
get
and
out of
send
my
me either
doorway?
send me a
Dude.
sergeant or a lieutenant to my location, please?
Yes, I have my phone. Can you please get out of my
Go
way
ahead
so I
and,
can
go ahead
get
and
my
call
dogs?
your mom.
Thank you. Can you please get out of my way
No.
so I can get my dogs? Yes, can you get my baby, please? Oh my goodness. I don't know why. There's always problems with y'all. Y'all get, ooh. Can you please go set him down? Thank you. Can you please move?
No.
Then I'll go out my back. Can you please, which one got outside? Oh my gosh. I have a teacup dog that I need to get. Can you please tell this cop to get the fuck off my property and stop trying to stand in my doorway and cause problems? He said that he came over here because the dogs got out, and I said okay. Then he wants to bang on the door and push it open after nobody told him he could come inside my house. So can you get out of my house, please?
No.
I know my rights. Get out of my house.
No.
Mom. No. Get out of my house.
Keep it up.
Hey, I'll be there in a minute.
Get out of my house.
Keep it up.
Get out of my house. I'm not doing anything wrong. Get out of my house here.
Keep it
My
up.
mom is talking to you. Get out of my house.
This is Deputy Stillman.
Sir, why are you in my house?
Because your daughter, as I was trying to explain what was going to happen if these dogs continue to run free, slammed the door, and when I went to knock on it, the door opened.
This is a blatant violation of the Fourth Amendment. The deputy has no authority to enter this home simply because the door opened itself. Deputy Stillman is required to produce an arrest or search warrant in order to extract Miss Ickes from the home. The 1980 Supreme Court case of Peyton v. New York ruled that warrantless arrests and searches went to the very core of the Fourth Amendment's protection of privacy in a citizen's dwelling, and that this protection is too important to be violated on the basis of a police officer's on-the-spot decisions regarding probable cause. In the absence of special circumstances, a search of a residence is only permissible after a finding of probable cause by a neutral magistrate issuing a search warrant. If a law enforcement officer does not produce a warrant, then they do not have the authority to enter your home unless you provide them with consent. According to the 2013 Supreme Court case of Missouri v. McNeely, a warrantless search may be conducted only under exigent circumstances which are likely to result in physical harm.
Okay, sir,
Please
you have
move.
a search warrant. You are not supposed to be in my house.
And I told him that, and then he's trying to say he's going to
Okay,
take
ma'am.
me to jail for some
I'm not going to
Get
stand
the
here.
f-
Okay. Have a good day.
I didn't go.
Come here.
No.
Come here.
Leave me alone!
Come
No! Mom, help me!
There's her mom.
102 is reducing code. What do you say? 14 County 21st.
Mama, help me!
Can I ask why the hell you would enter my house without permission?
You can talk to my sergeant.
Can I ask you why you would dare to enter my house?
Here, the deputy recounts his version of events to his superior in an attempt to justify the detention of Miss Ekus. Let's take the deputy's statements step by step and review the truthfulness and legality of his actions.
Yeah.
Enter my house
Okay.
without permission.
I got a call from the people over here regarding aggressive dogs. I come over. She came over. It took me forever to get her to come to the door. She did. I was trying to explain to her. What was going on. I said, "Now, this," and she turned around, goes inside, and slams the door.
The deputy claims that Miss Ekus slammed the door, yet somehow the door loosely swung open by the force of the deputy's knock alone.
I went up, knocked on the door. When I did the door open, I saw another girl inside. I stepped through the threshold to make sure I could see everybody.
The deputy openly admits to illegally entering the residence by stating that the only reason he entered the house was to ascertain who all was in the house. That is not a legally valid reason to walk into someone's home without a warrant.
She started screaming. She called her mom. She's yelling and cussing. She went outside. I told her to calm down.
At no point did the deputy say calm down or make any attempt to de-escalate the situation. In fact, the deputy only further instigated the situation by illegally standing inside the residence, blocking the doorway, and telling Miss Ekus to keep it up, as if some repercussion was at hand if she did not allow him to infringe on her Fourth Amendment rights.
And finally, I couldn't keep up with everybody, so I was going to detain her.
The deputy states that his reason for detaining Miss Ekus was because he could not keep up with everyone on the scene, although there were no perceived threats present, and the officer actually made himself more vulnerable by attempting to restrain Miss Ekus without backup present.
And that's when I called for you. I came back out, and then she started fighting me. And it's always stupid, aggressive dogs, but apparently they had bit somebody, one of the other neighbors, and I haven't made contact with it, but I was afraid I was going to end up breaking her arm if I twisted it any farther, and I didn't want to hurt her.
You got the emails coming. I wanted to look at you, though. Okay?
Almost nothing about the deputy's recollection of events is even remotely accurate to the reality of what took place, and it is likely that the deputy's written statement will reflect much of the same negligence. Fannin County Sheriff's Deputy Stillman gets an F and should be relieved of his duties immediately. Only under very strict circumstances may an officer enter a residence without a proper warrant, and what this deputy did was a clear violation of the Fourth Amendment. The deputy also fabricated details of his recollection of events in order to save face with his superiors, not to mention detaining a small girl who posed no threat to the deputy simply because he felt disrespected. This deputy used his authority with reckless abandon and should be reprimanded accordingly. Miss Ekus gets a C because although she was informed enough to deny the deputy entry into the residence, she allowed her emotions to fan the flames of the situation and ultimately escalated the situation as much as the deputy did. It is hard to control your emotions when an authority figure is abusing their power at your expense. However, it is important to remain calm and have the necessary foresight required to wage your war later in the courtroom. The outcome of the situation is unclear as there has been no significant media coverage of the event. I have listed the contact information of Fannin County Sheriff Mark Johnson's office in the description below for anyone who wishes to hold Deputy Stillman accountable for his actions.